When embracing a partner, the tingling from a gentle touch on the nape and the quickened heartbeat from an accidental brush are not simply caused by sensuality. The truth is that the skin, covering about 2 square meters of the body, is actually our largest sexual organ. It forms during the embryonic stage, carrying millions of tactile receptors, constantly waiting to be awakened. And different receptors have different preferences, while the ones that truly bring pleasure are the C-tactile afferent fibers hidden in the hairy skin across the body. These fibers are extremely particular about touch, preferring skin contact at around 32 degrees Celsius and gentle stroking at a speed of 1 to 10 centimeters per second. And only when these two conditions are met can the strongest sense of pleasure be triggered. This tactile pleasure can give rise to desire because there is a direct pathway of pleasure between the skin and the brain. Intimate touch does not follow the usual route to the somatosensory cortex, but instead projects directly to brain regions responsible for emotion and reward, activating those areas, transforming physical contact into emotional ripples and sparking love and desire. Many people wonder why areas such as the nape, ears, and back, which are far from key sexual organs, can become erogenous zones. Some scientists initially speculated that this is because their representation in the somatosensory cortex is close to that of the genitals, creating erotic associations. But this explanation does not hold true. For example, the foot's sensory area is also close to the genital area, yet it rarely produces such sensations. The real key lies in the distribution density of C-tactile fibers. As long as these fibers are sufficiently dense and combined with proper temperature and pressure, they can produce intense pleasure. Even more remarkably, gentle touch can stimulate the body to release oxytocin and endorphins. Oxytocin is known as the love hormone, making people feel closer and more trusting, while endorphins act as natural painkillers and enhancers of pleasure, bringing a light, euphoric sensation. However, this hormone-induced pleasure only works with people we like and trust. While unexpected touch from strangers often causes discomfort and aversion, appropriate physical closeness can also soothe the nervous system, slow the heart rate, lower blood pressure, and promote relaxation and health. In fact, touch has been a source of security since we were newborns. During the golden hour after birth, doctors place the baby naked on the mother's chest. This skin-to-skin contact stabilizes body temperature, soothes emotions, and builds a sense of safety. After birth, gentle stroking and patting can quickly calm a crying infant and restore a steady heartbeat. In contrast, infants lacking skin contact show clear restlessness and may instinctively grasp objects to self-soothe. Psychologist Harlow's rhesus monkey experiment further demonstrates the importance of touch. When infant monkeys were given a choice between a wire mother that provided milk and a soft cloth mother, they consistently preferred to cling to the cloth mother, only turning to the wire mother when extremely hungry. This shows that in primates, the need for warm touch outweighs mere physiological satisfaction, and skin contact helps establish secure attachment early on. Research has also confirmed that children who receive more physical touch develop more healthily both physically and psychologically, while children who lack intimate touch find it harder to self-soothe and tend to have higher levels of stress hormones. This need for skin-to-skin contact accompanies us throughout our lives, and prolonged absence of hugs and affection can lead the body and brain into a state of skin hunger, triggering increased stress, low mood, anxiety, and depression, and also reducing satisfaction in intimate relationships. Psychologists point out that humans need a certain frequency of positive touch to maintain mental health, and if this need is not met, people will unconsciously seek substitutes, such as wrapping themselves tightly in blankets, taking hot baths, or petting animals. Many times, people mistake the need for intimate touch as sexual impulse, believing they are craving passion when in fact they simply need a warm embrace, and genuine intimate touch can soothe the deep loneliness within. Skin is the first bridge through which we connect with the world and with others. From the very beginning of life, it teaches us what it means to be loved and to feel safe, and it protects our inner peace and sense of belonging throughout our lives. However, different cultures hold very different attitudes towards skin and touch. Anthropologists classify them into contact cultures and non-contact cultures. For example, Europeans tend to favor physical contact while Asians are generally more reserved. Interestingly, regardless of culture, as intimacy deepens, people naturally increase physical contact, and gestures such as holding hands or kissing help make emotional bonds more stable. However, different cultures define touch differently. What is friendly, what is offensive, and what is intimate all follow different standards, and these norms subtly shape our comfort with touch and our perceptions of sensuality. For example, in more conservative regions, even holding hands between lovers can trigger a strong racing heartbeat, because rarity and taboo amplify the intensity of touch, whereas in environments where physical contact is common, more intimate and bold touch is needed to evoke the same excitement. Which is one reason emotional expression in Western films tends to be more open and intense. Ultimately, culture paints a unique backdrop onto the skin, as our largest sexual organ, shaping when and where we can reveal our skin to seek comfort, and when and where we must restrain desire. Yet regardless of cultural differences, the human craving for touch and the pleasure it brings share a universal neurobiological foundation, deeply embedded in our skin and brain, unchanged across time. Skin is like a river of love and desire flowing through our bodies. It is sensitive yet resilient. In daily life, it quietly protects us, resisting external stimuli as the first line of defense between us and the world. And when called upon, it can stir waves of intense sensation, breaking the final barrier between individuals. It defines the boundaries of the self, yet through touch, it dissolves those very boundaries, connecting separate individuals, allowing us to experience the most primal and beautiful form of human connection.